Hello. Today I'd like to talk to you about the concept of a success cycle. And the idea is that you have a process, a simple process, that if you follow, allows you to build success. And this success cycle I'm going to talk about has 6 steps to it. And what I'm going to try and do is pull together everything we've talked about over the last couple of weeks in my little insights videos. So here they are, 6 steps. 6 steps. The first one is, where are you now? You have to know where you are. And by that I mean your Ikigai, this thing of your hedgehog, where something you're really, really good at, really, really passionate about, and you have a career or a business model or something that you can identify, that you can actually monetize it, or that you can use this to build your future. So you have to know where you are. Like, what is it that you bring of value to the world? What is it that you do? What is it you're naturally good at? This Ikigai. Once you've done that, the next obvious one, because we all know the joke about Alice going to the cat at the fork in the road and asking which road should she take. And he says, where do you want to go? And she says, I don't know. And he said, well, then any road will take you there. So we all know this story. And yes, interestingly, very few of us are clear, genuinely clear about where we want to go, about our visioning. And there are 3 parts of this where do we want to go story, if you wish. And they are purpose, principles and pursuit. Let me talk about them. It's why, how and what. So why? What's your why? What's your enduring purpose? And I've spoken about this before. My purpose is to become all I can be and to help others become all they can be. I mean, the purpose, for example, up here on the wall is we work professionals who want science-based assessments to help them improve human performance. So our purpose is to work in our company in TTI here in Ireland, is to work with professionals who want science-based assessments to help them improve human performance. It's all about helping improve human performance. And that's what I'm all about. That's what my business is all about. That's what TTI is all about. So your why. Why do you exist? It's above and beyond goals. It's why do you exist? Why are you in business? Why do you work? Why do you whatever? The second is how. How are you going to actually engage with the world? What are your operating principles? So let's get principles. And I'm going to read, if you bear with me, I'm just going to read our company principles here. The first one is simplicity. Keep everything as simple as possible. Balance. Maintain harmony in our relationships. Growth. Become all we can be. No guessing. So confront reality and deal only in the truth. Passion. Follow ours so we can be world class and fully engaged. Referability, show respect, reliability, tenacity and courtesy to everybody. Responsibility, take full ownership for whatever's happening. Return, only do what works and gives a fair return to everyone. And adding value, be a giver, not a taker. So those are our operating principles here in the company. So the first is why, purpose. The second is how, principles. The third is pursuit, your big, hairy, audacious goal. What are you trying to accomplish? What's the big goal? So you could say, for example, that the goal is in 3 years and 5 years' time, I want to have built a company, or I want to build a business, or I want to learn to play the piano. I have no idea. So what is it that you actually want to accomplish? So step 1 of the success cycle is, where are you, your Ikigai. Step 2 is, where do you want to go, your visioning. And the 3 parts of that: purpose, principle, pursuit. Why, how and what. And the third step is cobble a plan together. So you have all that written down, you can see it in front of you. You say, okay, now, what are the steps I'm going to take? What are the inputs I'm going to make? What are the things I'm going to actually do to move into action? Which takes us to step 4, which is the inputs. It's actually take action. You have your list of things to do, comes from your plan, and you start doing them. And then we come to a really important step, step 5, called reflection, where you stop and you notice what's happening. Are you getting the results that you're looking for? Is the plan working or is it not working? What's working? What isn't working? And then you go right back to the beginning, step 6, and change. So you go back and you look and say, okay, was my Ikigai, was that right? Did that make sense? Is my visioning right? My why, my how, and my what? Was my big goal, was that right? Did it make sense? Do I understand the marketplace correctly, and so on and so forth. And then change your plan, move into action again, reflect again, go back to the beginning, and so on and so forth. Now you may think that this sounds very, very simple, and it does sound very, very simple, but it's not easy. These steps require a lot of intellectual effort, and there's a great adage in the world of military strategy that 1 hour spent planning saves 10 hours of execution. And I can tell you that to sit down and do this, it takes effort, it takes intellectual effort. But what it means is you're now on a path, on a direction that makes sense. It's going to get you to where you were. I'm often amazed that people regret, or they look at their lives and say, my life didn't turn out the way I wanted. And I say, well, what did you want? And they don't know. Or what do you want in the future? They don't know. They can't articulate clearly. And if they can articulate it clearly, it's not realistic. It's completely unrealistic. And because it's not grounded in reality. They haven't started with their Ikigai, like what's their talent, what's their passion, what skill sets do they have, what area can they apply them in to create value, and they haven't gone through the visioning purpose of identifying the why, how and what, cobbled a plan together, moved into action with these inputs, notice what happens. They haven't done this exercise, and until you do this exercise, you will be, I suppose, a little bit like a ship just bobbing along, going whatever direction the wind happens to blow you in, as opposed to having a plan that you can come back onto all the time. We all get blown off track. They say that a plane is on plan twice as it leaves the runway and as it touches down. All the rest of the time it's adjusting to the plan. But adjusting to the plan because there's a plan to adjust to. And if you don't have a plan, there's little to adjust to. And you are buffeted by circumstances and so on. So think about this thing of the success cycle. 6 steps. Know where you are, Ikigai. Know where you want to go, your visioning. Cobble a plan together. Move into action, the inputs. Take action. Reflect. Notice what happens. Or you get the results. Go back and change the process again. So think about it. Give it a go. And I wish you luck. Thank you.